If you'd like to get early access to more videos like this and help decide what you'd like to see next, please consider joining the Patreon. The link is in the description. Toby and the Horrid Lorries. Toby the tram engine works hard, taking passengers, quarry workers and stone trucks between the harbour down at the junction and the quarry high up in the hills. It was a busy time at the docks, and every day Toby's train seemed to grow heavier and longer. One morning he was late into the station, and Bertie the bus was quick to criticise. "I can't be waiting all day. Passengers are important to me too, you know," Bertie grumbled. "If I'm delayed here, I'll be in trouble. I may only be a small bus to you, but you should show me more respect." Now it was Toby's turn to be cross. "I've got too much work," he fumed. "I can't be everywhere at once." "Then perhaps a lorry should do your job," sniffed Bertie as he rolled out the yard, offended. Toby was shocked, and that night he told Thomas and Percy what Bertie had said. "Stuff and nonsense," yawned Thomas. "That Bertie has always had a bee beneath his bonnet about something. Maybe he needs the excitement of another race." "What if a lorry does come, though?" said Toby nervously. "Don't worry, Toby," whispered Percy. "We engines run this branch line. Lorries won't come here." But Percy was wrong. A few days later, Toby was arranging a train full of heavy stone to take down to the quay. By the platform, Bertie was talking excitedly to 3 smart red lorries. "Hello there, Toby," called Bertie the bus. "I have some friends here who'd like to meet you," and he trundled away. One of the lorries chunted over. "What business does a pile of steaming scrap iron have delivering stone in this day and age?" he said rudely. "Be off with you. Your job's done now and we're taking over." Toby was tired and in no mood for a quarrel, so he scuttled away to the sheds. Over the next few days, the lorries were rude to every engine they saw. They called Thomas a busted boiler and Percy a green goblin on wheels. "Those lorries need to be taught some manners," puffed Thomas. "Yes, but how?" fumed Percy. None of the engines knew. The next morning there was a lorry being loaded with stone at the quarry when Toby arrived. His driver went to speak to the foreman, while the lorry looked over Toby's old wooden boards with a sneer. "No wonder your railway's in a mess. You need to be retired and displayed in a museum," said the lorry smugly. "Just toodle off now while I run this quarry." Toby was about to retort when his driver returned looking glum. "Don't bother arguing with him, Toby. The foreman tells me these lorries are on trial here for the rest of the week. Come along now, old boy. There's plenty more work to do. We need to go to the dairy to take the milk train to the docks." "We 3 will be doing all your work before too long," called the lorry as Toby puffed away. "You're much too slow." Between the quarry and the top station, the tramway runs directly alongside the road for a while. Cars and people often pass over the line here, so Toby and Mavis are always very careful and patient. Toby puffed sadly along the tramway on his way to the dairy. From behind him, Toby heard a terrible commotion. The lorry was revving his engine and honking his horn, swerving around cars and then braking hard. He tried to swing around Toby into a side road, but his stone load was too heavy and he lost control. He hit a stone wall hard and his load of stone was thrown across the street. No one was hurt, but some of the windows in the nearby houses were broken. Pedestrians and motorists came over to say what a bad lorry he was, and one lady stormed out of a house with broken windows and gave the lorry a wallop with her rolling pin. Toby's fireman telephoned the top station while Mavis came from the quarry to help clear up the mess. "We're to collect a flat truck from the junction to take this disgrace away," said the fireman, pointing to the ruined lorry. "And as we're passing the dairy, we're to take the full wagons on the way down." As Toby passed through the tunnel near the river, he heard a roar from outside. "What can that be now?" he wondered. As Toby emerged from the tunnel mouth, he saw another lorry fully loaded with milk churns. "Hey, he snatched our milk!" called Toby. "Stop right there!" But the lorry couldn't stop. He was in trouble on the steep and dangerous road. He veered around a fallen stone and skidded over the edge. Milk flew everywhere. "Rotten roads," grumbled the driver who had been thrown clear. "There's double the mess to clear up now," said Toby's driver grimly. "The Fat Controller will not be pleased." The wrecked lorry was clear of the line, so Toby chuffed past to report the accident at the next station. By the time he got down to the junction, he saw the third lorry on the quay. He was showing off in front of the giggling trucks. "Watch it!" yelled a workman, but it was too late. The lorry slipped in a puddle and plunged straight into the sea. "Stupid thing!" muttered the workman as he fetched a rope. Thomas and Percy were quickly sent to the rescue and hauled out the spluttering lorry, covered from headlamp to brake light in smelly seaweed. "Who's a green goblin now, eh?" teased Percy. "Grrr! I'll be back so you can wipe that silly smile of your smoke box," growled the lorry. Thomas and Percy laughed and blew steam at him. That evening the Fat Controller spoke to the engines. "Those horrid lorries have been sent away for good," he assured the engines. "I hoped they would be useful moving goods around the valley to places my railway can't reach, but they turned out to be rather grim brothers, didn't they? Please rest assured that smashed, broken and sunk will never return." Before he left, Bertie spoke to Toby. "I'm sorry I was rude to you," said the bus. "I know you weren't late on purpose, really." "That's okay, Bertie," replied Toby. "The Fat Controller is letting Mavis help more with the stone trucks now, so I'll not be late again." And with a cheerful toot and a happy bell chime, the two friends said goodnight. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to the Patreon like these fine folk to help pick the next video subject, get early access to new content and help support the channel.